Okay, so here's my first bearded dragon. This is my adult female bearded dragon. Her name is Sandman. Her name is Man because we thought she was a male, but it ended up being a female. I didn't feel like changing the name. I just got back from a week-long trip over winter vacation, and all my bearded dragons and crested geckos are going to be hungry because they weren't fed in that time. So yeah. And then I will end up feeding all the bearded dragons some superworms in a little bit. I just got to get to that. I have about 100 superworms ready to go. I figure we'd give them about 50 because I have to save the others for my leopard geckos. I won't make you guys watch the entire thing. I will change angles and I will cut out some scenes that are really long and boring like this. Excuse the focus issues. This is my first time filming a video, so I'm a little on the new side to the whole filming thing. But yeah. In case you guys are wondering, this is just romaine lettuce. I just cut it up right about now. So yeah. I think we're going to watch this guy eat maybe 1 or 2 more pieces, and I'm going to move on to my next one. Let's see if I'll eat this piece. There you go. And then I'm filming this on my Canon EOS Rebel T6, which is amazing. Alright, this guy's going to take a little bit longer, so I'm just going to end the clip here and move on to my next bearded dragon. Okay, so the next bearded dragon is my adult male bearded dragon. His name is Spike. He is definitely a little bit on the skinny side, because like I said, I was gone on a week-long vacation, so they weren't fed during that week. And he loses weight very rapidly when I don't feed him for a long amount of times, like a week. But yeah, he should be able to gain his weight by this Tuesday, when I end up doing our actual feeding, which is where I get him crickets and superworms and everything like that. And then, this is my first time putting them inside of a tub like this to feed, so I'm not sure how their reaction is going to be, but it looks like they're taking well to it. Then the video after this should be a reptile room video. I have just about 25 reptiles. Kind of excited for that, but I'm actually going to be getting 2 tadpoles relatively soon, so I'm probably going to wait till after I get them before I film the reptile room video. And then once I do the superworms in a couple of minutes here, this guy will definitely eat the most out of everyone else, because he is my most ferocious eater. Just trying to get a good focus in. Yeah, he sees the camera now. He might be getting a little bit nervous, but hopefully not. I'm going to go ahead and put him back and move on to the next. Okay, so next up is my juvenile bearded dragon. I'm not sure on the sex quite yet, but I think it's a male because he does bob his head across the tank to the male I just showed you guys before. This guy's name is Brian Jr. He was originally my brother's. My brother's name is Brian, by the way. But he did not want to keep it. He said it was too much work for him, so I ended up taking care of it. Move some more lettuce towards him. And sorry if this video is kind of plain. I know you guys probably don't want to hear me talk a lot, so yeah. I'm not going to talk during the superworm part. I'm just going to put music over that, so don't worry about having to hear my voice much longer. See if I can get him to eat one. No. Yeah, so I gotta do some tank cleaning, and then next week I'm gonna post the reptile room video. Alright, this guy's pretty much done eating, so I'm gonna move on to my second to last bearded dragon. So my second to last bearded dragon right here is Hercules. He is definitely the smallest out of all my bearded dragons. However, he got the name Hercules because he fights the hardest whenever I try to take him out of the tank. He is my only bearded dragon who absolutely hates being handled, and I don't think he likes being in front of the camera or with me talking, and he refuses to eat, and as you guys can see, he's struggling on the plastic. So I am going to throw some lettuce into his cage, onto his food bowl. Hopefully he eats it in there, and I'll come back to him in a little bit if he eats, and I'll film it and put it in the video. So yeah, but I figured I'd show him anyway. So this is just Hercules the bearded dragon. Okay, so next up is my newest bearded dragon. This is my adult male bearded dragon. His name is One-Eyed Willy. I named him One-Eyed Willy in case you can't see it now, but he only has one eye. I adopted him from the Chicago Herpetological Society. They said that the person who owned him before did not take any care of him at all. He was very lethargic and skinny when I adopted him, along with him obviously only having one eye. But now, as you guys can see, he's eating well. He took well to the pellets and crickets and superworms, hornworms, everything I was feeding him. He took very well to. I even gave him a pinky actually because I wanted to increase his calcium intake real quick. So yeah. I'll show you guys his one eye, or his injured eye in a minute. This injury, I'm assuming, probably happened when he was a baby. He was probably kept as a hatchling a little bit too long inside of a tank with others of his size. And if you guys don't know that, male bearded dragons are extremely territorial and love to show their dominance. So he was probably attacked and got his eye scratched or bitten out by another male bearded dragon inside of the tank. Because even at young ages, bearded dragons are very territorial, the males. So yeah, I'm going to turn this real quick. Turn him real quick. And then this is my only bearded dragon, aside from Hercules. So Hercules and this guy are my only bearded dragons who are normal. Everybody else has some sort of special coloration. So you guys probably can't, that's as far as I can zoom in with my lens. But you guys can kind of see right there, obviously. He can't even see me. He only has one eye. This makes it hard for me to feed him. That's why I think he was very skinny when I adopted him. The people who had him before must have not thought the one eye impaired how he ate. Because whenever I put superworms in front of him, if I put the superworms on this side, he won't bite them because obviously he can't see them. So if I put him on this side, he will bite them. So let's see. Look, he sees it on that side, and then I put it on this side. Nothing. He doesn't even know where it's at. His eye is completely closed. He has some problems when he sheds his skin because it actually kind of clouds up around the eye. So yeah. He has a hard time eating. I have to actually feed him inside of this bin all the time. I usually don't feed my other bearded dragons in the bin, but this guy always gets a special treatment because, well, he can't survive otherwise. And then really quickly, I'm going to take you guys up to Hercules' tank. Forgive me, it is a little bit dirty. It is the middle of winter here in Chicago, so it is hard to bring it outside and clean it. But there he is. He is eating the lettuce. Of course, he stops now because he sees the camera again. But yeah, he does actually eat. He's not like someone who doesn't like lettuce. He just didn't like doing it in front of the camera or around the other bearded dragons. Because there's Brian Jr. right there. This is my blue-tongued skink. You guys will see him in the reptile room video. Here is Sandman sitting on top of his perch, or her perch. And then Spike is all the way down there behind the Cubs logo. So yeah. Just gonna lower the thing here. And I'm gonna move on to the crested geckos, then I'll do the superworms.